Hey, what's up? My name is Avery.
And I'm Dior.
And you're watching Dior. So how is everybody doing? Hope you like our Valentine's video. Like it, subscribe, comment, share, do all of that to that video. Also, do it to this video. We love you guys. But today we just want to talk to you about being gay, openly gay, and being in a closet gay and stuff like that. And we just want to tell you our story. And the reason why we want to do this is because, you know, as we all been seeing that Donald Trump is president, and you know, we don't know what the fuck. And also to help you out and educate you on, you know, if you want to come out, if you want to be coming out to about I'm gay or bisexual or transgender, you know, we here to talk to, but we just want to tell you our story. So, you know, don't be scared, and we just want to tell you how it shaped us into the person that we are today. So, further ado, whatever the hell the fucking saying goes, go and tell your story.
By any other further ado.
Oh, whatever.
We both didn't say it right. Leave in the comments how to say it. But anyway, I came out in 8th grade, but I came out as bisexual, which I should have never did because that means I had to date girls. And I was trying to convince everybody that I was straight or not gay because I didn't even know what gay meant. Like, I was trying to impress people. So I came out and said it's gay because I just moved to North Carolina from South Carolina. Shout out to the 803 and the 910. What's good? I just moved out there. And I wanted a fresh start because I just moved up there and I was going to a home school with new people. So I was like, yeah, fresh start. And so I came out as bisexual. Nobody knew besides the people I went to school with and the people that I called my close friends. So yeah, that year went by of me being bisexual, and let me just tell y'all, it was the worst year of my life. But when I moved back to South Carolina in 9th grade, I moved back to South Carolina at the last part of my 8th grade year, and everybody, my friends, found out in South Carolina, but I didn't fully come out as full gay until 9th grade because I had a crush on this thing. But anyway, yeah, came out in 9th grade. Then we moved to New York. And that's when my mother found out, because I thought she knew, but she didn't. So we moved to New York, and me and my sister, we would play this thing called Are You Buying or Selling? My sister's gay too, shut up, baby. My sister's gay too, and we would do buying and selling. Buying means you're bisexual, and selling means that you're just gay. So she would ask me, like, oh my god, I'm selling, what you talking about? What is this stuff in front of my mother? So me being the 16-year-old I thought my mother knew. So I'm sitting there, I come in the house, and I was just depressed out of my ass one day. It was like I had a dark cloud over my head that whole day I was depressed. And I just sit there and spoke to my mother. And I was like, Mommy, that Christian is boy, like sitting there crying. She needs to stop the whole situation. What? So you're gay? I'm like, imagine you're 16 talking to your mother about some boy and you sitting there crying and she just stops the whole conversation because she just not found out that you're gay. Yeah. No. So basically, I'm trying to like skip that conversation because I think she knows. So I'm just like, Mom, stop being stupid, and let's get back to the convo. And then she really didn't know, so I really just had to tell her, ew. I really had to tell her, yeah, sis, I'm popping out the closet. And she was okay with it because my sister, she's older than me, she's gay. But she said she doesn't like it, but I'm her baby, so she knows she got to accept it. But yeah, that's my story of how I came out. But I came out in 2003 when Rihanna popped out. Just that
No, you didn't.
And my birthday is tomorrow.
You were not in April in 2003.
I knew my true self in 2003 when Rihanna came out.
Shut up.
That is when Rihanna was born. And I've been Rihanna ever since.
Shut up.
My birthday is tomorrow.
Her birthday is tomorrow. Your birthday is in September.
I have two birthdays. My birthday is in September, and this birthday that is tomorrow. I'm turning 20, then I'm tomorrow turning 29. Thank you.
You need psychological help. Anyway,
He's a hater, by the way.
my story is deep. It's crazy, but I'm not gonna go into full detail about it because I don't want no one crying and I don't want to scare anybody because it doesn't happen to everyone, but it happens to some. But don't mean it's gonna happen to you. But I was dating this person at this time and I was madly in love with them, and at that time of the year, well, in that generation, when we had cell phones, it didn't have locks. I was one of those kids who didn't have locks on my phone. So my mother being my mother went through my phone and she seen him, and I remember texting him like, hey, I think my mom just on my phone, like, oh my fucking god, like I'm not scared because she didn't know. And I remember him telling me, delete everything. I was like, me being me, who was a hardhead, I didn't delete it. My business. But later on we went home and I went to wash dishes and my mom went through my phone like a dummy. I left it alone once again. I know, right? So she went through it, and then when she came into the kitchen, I just basically was like, yeah. She asked me, I was like, yeah. But I try to play it off and be like, I'm bisexual, but at the same time I wasn't playing it off because I kind of was bisexual. I mean, I dated girls and I dated boys at the same time, so. And it was like she was saying that I was just saying it to make her feel better, but I wasn't, because that was the truth. But parents, when you tell them the truth, you're lying, and when you're lying, you tell them the truth. But that happened, so I remember speaking to my grandmother and telling her about it, crying and whatnot, and she was like, you can come over to my house the next day. So I was like, okay, cool. I remember it was yesterday. I was in the room, I was watching Bad Girls Club. Don't remember what episode or what season, but I know I was watching it. And my mother came into my room and she was like, get out of my house, get the fuck out of my house, this isn't what God wants, and yada. And back then, at that moment, I was scared and sad, but at the same time, my mouth is slick. My mouth is very slick, and I was just like, but we don't even go to church. But, it is what it is, so I was like, what the fuck, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go, so I just packed up my stuff and I called my grandma, and she was like, she's coming to get me. She gave me the cash, she came and got me. I lived with my grandmother for about a week and a half, maybe 2, maybe less than that. I'm not too sure of how long it was. And I remember going to school the day after everything happened because my mom took my cell phone. She told me to delete everything. So I did that. No social media, no cell phone, nothing. Not even the boy that I was dating at the time. I couldn't even tell him what happened. I couldn't text him, so he didn't know anything. He to this day don't know what the fuck happened. But so I I didn't want to speak to my mother while I was with my grandmother, and I remember I went to school the next day. I went to an all boys school, and shout out to them because they were really there for me. And I remember when I was like really depressed. I was really sad, and I was in class, and I remember getting called out of class. So my principal was a man, my social study teacher was a man, my math teacher was a man, the assistant principal was a man, the guidance counselor guy was a man. I mean, there were women teachers there too, but most of the men pulled me into the meeting, and I was in the office, and then it was like, we'd seen me being down, like what happened, what's going on. And I remember breaking down and telling them what happened and where I'm living and how everything's happening. And it still to this day shocked me as how comfortable and accepting those men were than my own mother. It's like, I'm your child, but so eventually that happened and moved on. Mom made me come back home, and then she made me go out to dinner with her friends, and her friend's gay friends, or whatever, I guess how you say it. And they kind of helped me. They told me about keeping my eyes open and making sure you use protection at all times, and be aware of the different men you sleep with, and don't try to go out there and sleep with everybody, because mess around, you get something. So I was grateful for that, because that was something that woke me up and made me say, okay, this is what's going on in the world, and this is what I need to be careful of. This is what I need to make sure I get tested and yada yada yada. But I still wasn't having sex at that time. But so yeah, that was my story, which was bad, and it actually was kind of good after that, because remember I went to a boys' school. So once I came out the closet to everybody in boys' school, it was like galore for me. Not throwing names though, just saying it was just quite.
Alright, okay.
But anyway, just wanted to let everyone know, we have stories too. And you're gonna have stories, whether you're transsexual, whether you're lesbian, whether you're gay. We're all gonna have stories, and we wish that the roles were switched, where it's like a child has to tell their parent that they're straight or something like that. But at the end of the day, be who you are, learn something, be educated, because don't just say I'm gay and then want to go out and do everything. Learn and protect yourself and be cautious, because not everyone in this world is accepting of it. And when you apply to high school, when you apply to college, it's going to be tough. Make sure you apply to a college that's LGBT friendly. Make sure you're around a high school that is going to be okay with a person who's transitioning or being gay. And the world is kind of lenient towards lesbians because it's still a girl and they think it's sexy, whatever. Just educate yourself, and parents, educate yourself.
I got this part. I got this part with the parents. Basically, I got this part. Because these parents don't get it. Parents. Let me tell y'all something, okay? Don't try to kick your kid out. Don't try to harshly word your kid. That they just went through a freaking traumatic experience by telling the person that they gave birth to that they're gay. Mind you, my mother's a minister. How do you think I felt telling my mother that I'm gay? Like, don't sit here and try to harsh your kids, throw the Bible in their face, and try to kick them out. Because in all actuality, you wouldn't want nobody to do that to you. So you guys to them. And you don't even know if your kid will be alive the next day after you sit here and did that. Because gay people are, not even gay people in general, coming out and saying stuff like that, they're really fragile, and they really don't like that. So you'll never know if you go into your child's room and you see them hanging above their ceiling. Or somebody call it a ceiling and your kid is dead. Because what you did. How are you gonna feel in your back, So just go in with open arms, don't kick them out, don't do nothing. Because that shit, I'm sorry for cursing, YouTube just not allow this. That is not called for at all. That is not called for. Educate yourself, because not a lot of gay kids like that. And our parents are getting upset.
But yes, educate yourself, parents. Learn about the different diseases that's out there and learn how to speak to your child. In case they do say, hey, dad, mom, I am bisexual or I am gay.
Because kids now these days are reckless. They'll punch you in the
transition, just learn about it and don't just off the back think, oh my god, my child's gonna die, because that's definitely not gonna happen.
Don't think that it's a sickness either, because that really pisses me off. It's not a sickness. It wasn't a sickness when you was on your back and you wasn't even married. How can you?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm upset. It's upset.
It's not a sickness. It's not a disease. It's not something that's wrong. It's who we are. I'm in school. Yeah. But just be aware, be acceptance, be loving, be caring, and know that no matter what, your child is still your child, and they're going to stay your child. And even though my story was really bad, me and my mom are like the bestest friends to this day. And it took her some time, but eventually she came around, and she loves me with every piece of me, and my boyfriend with every piece of him, and she does everything, and she will do everything in her power to protect me, because that's what my mom is. So don't just think that because my story was bad, that I don't have a relationship with my parent, or that if your story is just as bad, you just won't have a relationship with your parents, because eventually you will. Eventually they will come around and they will be accepting. Just understand that they are shocked, that this isn't something that they expected, so it just throws them off guard. So just know that at the same time, and know that they still love you and they care about you and they just want the best for you. Even though they may not say it in the right way, they might not have the right actions, but just know that that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to be there for you.
Shout out to Robin. That's my mom. Yes, it's my sis. Even though she holds me around everywhere now, but she knows I'm here. Yeah, that's my sis. Love you, mom.
What's the point of that?
Because you so much on, so I had to put my mother in, because my mother gets jealous. So I had to put my mother in there somehow.
Yeah, so enjoy your life, live it up, do what you want to do.
Get an education.
Just
don't be stupid.
Smart about your decisions and
go to school, stay in school.
If you think, oh, I'm Caribbean and my family is Caribbean, so I can't tell them, listen, my mom is Panamanian and my father is Jamaican. So imagine that. And my father is acceptance of me. It took him some time and he's still accepting whatever frick it is. He still has little bumps in the road, but he's there and he cares and he will defend me any way, anyhow, anytime, any day. That is my father, and I love him to death. And even though he's not, Jamaican, he's not accepted of every gay person, but he tolerates it. Okay, he tolerates it, and it's okay. He hasn't met you yet, but yes,
he's not my father.
Just take your time, be easy, be calm, and tell someone who you're close with first, whether it's a friend or a family member.
That's my brother. Shout out to my brother.
And just, do what you have to do. I couldn't tell my siblings because I didn't have any siblings until Dakota, but she was a baby, and
you gonna still tell her.
I can't tell a baby what the hell I'm going through. She doesn't understand. She wouldn't understand. That's my baby sister.
I tell Amina everything. She's only like a few months old.
You don't see her.
When I do, me and her have a lovely conversation.
Anyway, so that's our story. That's the educational part. Be aware, be loving, be caring, do what you gotta do.